In this episode, I'm continuing where I left off last week on the topic of compassion and righteousness. As I had indicated, to understand righteousness, you need an Acharya, a guru, and a teacher. Let us understand the meaning of these terms and their characteristics. Let's start off with Acharya. An Acharya is a spiritual master, a practitioner. The individual has a divine grace of absorbing the tenets and learnings of a gospel like Gita. Based on that knowledge, the individual defines the spiritual path that then leads us to the ultimate destination, which is to get connected and become one with this divine. The Acharya's path becomes the foundation for spiritual development and for other teachers to emulate. In the Hindu philosophy, we are very fortunate to have three Acharyas who lived on this earth: Sri Shankara, Bhagavad Ramanuja, and Acharya Madhva. Their teachings are stupendous with contextual applicability. The three Acharyas had unique philosophical capabilities and a far-fetching vision, more than we can even imagine. Their contribution to the society through their teachings, expositions, and translations of the ancient scriptures like the Vedas and the Upanishads are valuable gems. Shankara lived in the 8th century and had the vision and the divine insight to look at a state of consciousness where the whole universe submerges into a unified whole. And all that is then left is a single, undivided, non-dualistic cosmic entity. Think about it like one ball called the Brahman. This cosmic entity, which is an impersonal form, best visualized as an energy grid pervading this entire universe, is also called the Supreme. From a Gita context, that Supreme is Krishna in Shankara's definition. Brahman is a holistic entity and complete with no lack whatsoever. Everything else in this universe, according to Shankara, is a projection of the Brahman. Ignorance, your ignorance, according to Shankara, drives the division of one into many, and we think we are all different. It is only through reasoning and logic of discrimination we identify our true self and merge with this cosmic entity or unite as one. It is unity through diversity. The purpose of life, based on Shankara's philosophy, then is self-inquiry. And it's a core tenet of the message of Gita. Bhagavad Ramanuja, the second Acharya, lived in the 11th century, and his philosophy is aligned with a plane of consciousness where reality reigns supreme. Unlike Shankara, there is no denial of the one-to-many relationships or attributing it to ignorance. His three-pronged realistic approach factored an individual soul, the surrounding nature, which serves as a platform for this body, and a supreme soul or the divine, which is the efficient cause of this individual soul and nature. Individual soul, nature, and a supreme soul. Bhagavad Ramanuja propagates that the purpose of life is for the merger of this individual soul with the supreme soul through complete surrender to divinity. Again, an absolute core teaching of Gita. The individual soul, through surrender, inherits the divine characteristics of the Supreme while still maintaining its distinct identity. This state is called liberation by the great seer. Bhagavad Ramanuja's approach had both theism and philosophy in it. The conditional non-duality aspect of Bhagavad Ramanuja translates an abstract impersonal concept into actual reality. At the next level of consciousness, experienced almost routinely by each one of us on a daily basis, we experience duality. In duality, we see this individual soul and body separate from the Supreme Soul. Acharya Madhva, through his philosophy of duality, clearly articulated the distinction by indicating the individual soul as an image of a Supreme Soul. The individual has kindness, compassion, righteousness, and many other characteristics that are representative of the Supreme Soul. According to Acharya Madhva, since we are an image of the Supreme, we cannot become one with that. And therein lies the purpose of life, which is to engage in eternal devotion to the Supreme. And only through utmost grace can we even dream of becoming one. Through the focus on devotion, Acharya Madhva also laid a path with theism and philosophy integrated into it. As an individual, you can experience complete non-duality of Shankara when you see beyond the name and form that appears in front of you and recognize the spirit or energy behind the name and form. Then you see only unity. As an individual, you can experience the wisdom of Ramanuja when you see the distinction between the individuals around you, and yet you recognize that they're all integrated together with a common source, and realize that they're all connected and can never have a separate existence of their own. And as an individual, you can experience the duality of Madhva when you see each one of us as different. And then recognize that devotion helps you bridge the gap between you and divinity and between you and rest of this universe. There will always be an ongoing debate on the views expounded by the three Acharyas and the search for decisiveness on the most accurate one. Each theory is applicable in a state of consciousness of our mind, and they are not mutually exclusive. I will say this for sure and with certainty. Having gone through the three philosophies, follow any one of the three Acharyas and you will be light years ahead in your spiritual development. Having understood Acharya and the meaning of it, now let us move on to understanding who a guru and a teacher is. A guru and a teacher play a unique but distinctive role in your life. We commingle these two terms and substitute one for the other. A guru is a mentor and shines a light on the path laid by the Acharya. A guru dispels ignorance. As we walk on the spiritual path, the veil of the ignorance keeps coming off. A guru is a mirror. A guru's duty is to help you uncover yourself and not get attached to the guru. Remember that. Without much effort, a guru can show us our true nature. Whereas a teacher instructs. There is an effort involvement on the path of a teacher. After all, instruction takes effort and puts a strain on the teacher. A guru is about learning. A teacher is about instruction or teaching. The learning from a guru has universal applicability. It doesn't matter about geography, time, or religion. Let me share some other fundamental differences with you. A teacher answers your question. A guru actually not only answers your question, but also questions your answer. A teacher teaches you the components that make up the path of progress, whereas a guru throws light on the way and it is up to you to walk on that path. A teacher focuses on preparedness and helps you build your comfort zone. A guru focuses on taking you out of your comfort zone and makes you uneasy. A teacher measures your learning and reports progress. A guru is a mirror so that you discover and measure progress. A teacher helps you acquire what you already know. A guru helps you let go what you have so that you become liberated. A teacher finishes with you and you celebrate. A guru finishes with you and life celebrates. In life, we need both a teacher and a guru. A teacher to teach us the components of life. And then as we progress in our age, our careers and our life, we need a guru. A person who is an unbiased mirror to uncover us. Fearlessly question our feeling, our answers and our approach. A guru to take us out of the comfort zone. Make us independent, less dependent on the guru itself, less dependent on the ritual aspect and fear. Help us let go of attachments to outcomes and helps us keep us focused on actions. With a guru, you will begin recognizing the obstacles and stay on course. A qualified guru will help you get unstuck in a maze where you see only the trees or the forest and never both. Remember, an individual can be both a teacher and guru, nothing wrong with that. Arjuna, the warrior in Gita, out of kindness and compassion, is grief-stricken. Arjuna was not on the path of righteousness, but was on the path of kindness and compassion. He pleads to Krishna and is ready to forsake all material wealth to be gained through war. Even though Arjuna is an individual of superior intellect, he misses the point and confuses righteous action with outcomes. We often miss the point or the message in our own life, isn't it? We are so focused on the happenings in front of us that our judgments get clouded and we fail to look through. That is why, quite simply, my friends, we need a teacher, we need a guru. I also did a video on this topic of a guru and the qualifications for a guru before you adopt one. Check that out. Arjuna's vacillating mental state had him submerged in confusion. He was paralyzed in his thinking ability. He was dejected. He gave up. He became silent, surrendering himself mentally and physically to Krishna for guidance. Then the sheer magic begins. Krishna, as the teacher, the guru, and the Acharya, delivers a mystical experience. The message covers the entire gamut of manifestation, sustenance, purposeful life, a way of living, and much more. It is the same message. I take it on this channel with all of you and that we experience together. Stay blessed, and I'll talk to you soon.